Yep, Takashi on the Benedetta actually outpacing Lovely on the chip, and now Justinian even being chased down halfway across the top lane with King finishing him off.
And with that being said, a War Axe complete for King. This is where we expect to see Suyo start rising up in terms of how proactive he can be on the map. Obviously, he doesn't want to go in first, especially if Spear of Alpha is available, but definitely keeping his eye out for more opportunities for those who overextend. Oh, no.
Yep, down here in the bottom lane. Not actually gonna commit his crossbow of Tang. I think knowing Takashi still has quite a few resources there, RRQ Akira clearly outpacing their opponents.
Actually, let me just double check. How many items does he have? Yeah, don't only have the corrosive scythe at that point in time, so that was a good decision. If he had maybe 2 or 3 items, for sure he goes for the crossbow of Tang.
So you gotta recognize those situations, but a 7 kill score to 1 7 minutes in with a 5k gold lead. This Benedetta pick against the chip actually working out so much better than we could have expected.
Exactly, because now it is clearer and more effective for RRQ to actually trade against INSILIO. He's able to proxy, he's able to not only cut these waves, but at the same time keep pace with the rest of the team, despite Lovely looking for these opportunities.
Takashi, you can see his experience, his comfort on this hero. Literally everywhere on the map at once. You need him, he is present. And now he is present in the top lane as well. All 5 members of RRQ are here. Conceal comes out just to scare INSILIO away. And a free tier 2 goes to them.
Yep, and you can see that Lovely still trying to cover, making sure that if anybody does show up on the bottom side of the map, honestly, this is probably how you should be playing Chip, right? You're looking for backline access and dropping the portal onto targets who don't have a lot of mobility options. Gusta Lagusta will have to flicker away if that shortcut does end up being turned up online on top of him, and at the same time, I think that even for Sagan, right, taking the portal may not necessarily be the best bet. I do think that the picking up the Glacier is probably the better option.
It just gives you a lot more teamfight control, especially when we have to highlight again that INSILIO doesn't really have the best ways of engaging, right, with the Tamas on the EXP lane versus, hold on, shortcut comes out, the flicker from Gusta into the Lord Pit, but he gets caught with the Spear of Alpha, but now Bridget Glacier on 2 members of INSILIO instead. Vengeance comes out from Maniac, keeping him alive. Justinian on 10% HP. He's able to jump back and engage on Louise, but King catches out Zone on the bottom side of the map, and it's gonna be Reaper who steals the Lord away.
Oh no. I mean, at least INSILIO was still able to get it. Both King and as well as Justinian they used their retribution super early on. They were both teams were just looking to just throw down and fight.
In this case, though, INSILIO was able to prolong the game just a little bit longer. The fact that all the resources were used by RRQ Akira and their targets were still alive at the end is what allowed them to regain control.
All right, let's look at the instant replay. I'm pretty sure that they're going to get into another fight while this happens, but as this TP initially came in, it was a really good idea, right? Because Lovely decided, I'm going to go conceal first, take that portal, and if people don't notice me, if they don't see me on the minimap because they're too focused looking at anything else, they can make the engagement work out. So these are the types of plays that you should be looking out for as Chip.
Yeah, the fact they were able to get Gustav first in that fight as well was huge because it meant that RRQ Akira just didn't have enough consistent DPS after that. And again, another conceal play comes out on the top lane, finding King trying to go for the split push. So that means Maniac is by himself. Reaper will be here to back him up, but is it enough damage? Sega dropping really low. Zaman Force comes out from Gusta. Maniac just gonna try to commit to the fight to stay in it as long as possible, but Don't is just blown up instantly, and the passive on Reaper gone. Triple kill for Gusta Lagusta.
Gusta Lagusta is able to find the angle in, but at the same time, Takashi is actually doing pretty significant damage. I'm looking at his item build right now, and it looks like he's got Thunderbelt into Blade Armor into Fury Hammer. I wonder what that Fury Hammer is going to eventually turn into. Not sure if it's going to be the Sea Halberd or it's going to be the Hunter's Strike. I hope it's the Hunter's Strike, though.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Just add even more mobility on this hero to a team that doesn't have enough reliable lockdown. INSILIO finding it very difficult to outpace Takashi. Even Don't on the 1-1, which was specifically picked up to try and match mobility. Not able to do much. And now Conceal in the mid lane. Not sure if that's the right choice. Reaper comes in. Frigid Glacier misses as Takashi commits the Electro Final Blow. Chases INSILIO back into their half of the map.
I mean, there was an okay engage at this point. They can still wait it out. By the time the Lord comes back up, I think Lovely should be a couple of seconds off from getting into that portal back up. Sorry, the shortcut back up again.
Don't trying to get the crossbow tank on Takashi, but he's already taken too much poke. He has to run away, even using the Inspire in that engagement. So he's not going to have that for the next minute.
Now, Brute Force Breastplate, that's the third item from Justinian, already complete. He wanted to go for it earlier, but had to just take the Winter Crown first, just in case he gets engaged on really hard by his opponents. Now that he's got these 4 items, I think now they have a dedicated way to get into these fights, to start it off with the Spear of Alpha and still maintain his health if he's too deep.
Yeah, it should be a bit more comfortable for INSILIO to fight now, but a 4K net worth lead at this stage is still nothing to scoff at. Yeah, they're not going to try and contest the Lord. They're going to go for macro play instead and continue trying to give Don't space on the map.
As they continue to trade against each other, INSILIO know that they should be able to make it to the 42k mark. However, their biggest issue is going to be high ground. Only Reaper is going to be the effective high ground defender. Everybody else has to put themselves in some form of danger if they want to interact with the wave.
And RRQ AKIRA knows this. The Electro Final Blow can be used in a similar way to Gloria's Pathway. They just split up the map and segregate frontliners from the rest of INSILIO. And speaking of, Maniac taking half his damage already. Lord crashing in mid lane. Inhibitor should fall straight away to Gusta Lagusta. Don't also on half HP, has to back off the regen. We're gonna see Justinian pull the Lord away to make sure it doesn't crash onto the crystal, but RRQ AKIRA still sticking around, looking for an opening while setting up timing for Takashi to maybe get a split push in. Minion wave, unfortunately, not here though. INSILIO still gonna be able to hold against this next minion wave as well, so they'll live for now.
Yeah, but as the next waves are starting to come on in, let's see. Are they going to go to the bottom one or the top one? Oh!
RRQ still looking for the engage, potentially. Takashi with the Electro Final Blow splits the fight in half. Maniac is segregated, but not quite enough for RRQ to engage on, so they'll immediately back it off. A flicker, Frigid Glacier finds one, that's King! Maniac finishes him off.
Alright, at least Maniac was able to finish him off. The Hailstorm ends up just being a little off-keter.
Lovely's behind them. Oh. He's looking for Sagan. Goes in, pops the shortcut. Do they want to take it? INSILIO goes for the team fight. Lovely dropping very low to Way of the Dragon. Finds one. That's going to be Maniac. Uses the Winter Crown. Justinian still surviving as Maniac takes the attention of Gusta Lagusta. Not enough though. Mega kill for the Harif. But he has to dash away from Chamis as well. While Lovely in a 1v1 against Takashi. Maniac actually doing a lot of work, keeping Reaper alive by distracting the rest of the team. Unfortunately, his time is done. And RRQ AKIRA keeps up the assault.
And they're going to keep on pushing all the way up to the crystal here against INSILIO. Members are getting low.
Ooh, Louise loses immortality. Don't and Reaper still have pretty okay wave clear here. Louise on one hit, but Don't knows he cannot chase him.
Safer not to at this point. The team members coming up. Justinian in 4, Maniac in 12, Lovely in 5.
Frigid Glacier stolen. It lands on Reaper and the crystal is exposed. Don't taken out by Takashi. And RRQ AKIRA finds a semblance of vengeance, taking game 3 and the series against INSILIO.
And they close this series out in fluid fashion here, showing a couple of their signatures and really coming back into form. The formless side of them. You don't know when the engagement is going to happen, and when the opportunity presents itself, it's already too late.
And it's unfortunately too late for RRQ AKIRA as well. Despite taking the victory, we've already set the stage. A single game is all INSILIO needed to qualify to the wildcard finals, and that is what they got. But hopefully this loss will demonstrate to them that they will need to work very hard if they want to stand a chance against the winner of Group A.